And today, this is Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock. It is our devotion time. And today, is Father's Day. So we're going to take a look at, to me, one of the fathers in the Bible that most displayed, I believe, how God feels about us. Okay? We're going to turn to Luke 15. I'm going to read verse 12 through 24. Okay? It's a good long read, so I'm going to start reading. And the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in that land, and he began to be in want. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into the fields to feed swine. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat, and no man gave unto him. When he came to himself, he said, How many hired servants of my father's have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. And he arose and came to his father, but when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. And the son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said to his servants, Bring forth the best robe, and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand, and shoes on his feet. And bring hither the fatted calf, and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. For this my son was dead, and is alive again. He was lost, and is found. And they began to be merry. Okay, I just got some really, really quick, simple thoughts on this father. For one, in the very beginning of the story, the son said, Let me have what's mine. I'm tired of being here. I want to go on my own and make it on my own. How many times do we say that? I just want to make it on my own. I just want to do my own thing. I just want to have a chance to just be me. You know what I mean? Just do what I want to do. And God, in his sovereignty, lets us, because we have a free will. He gives us a free will. So he gave the boy, his share of the inheritance, which I'm sure was a lot, because this man apparently was a rich man, and he went out and wasted it all. Then he found himself feeding the pigs, feeding the swine. He's a Jew. Jews did not even eat pigs, didn't eat pork at all, because they found it unclean. But yet here he was so low that he had to feed swine just to make a living, just to have a little bit of something. And we do that, guys, when we get in our mind, man, let me just go out on my own, let me do my own thing, I just wanna do this and do that, and God lets us. Just like this father did. He lets us get in a mess because that's what winds up happening just about all the time. Whew. I can hardly read this story without crying because y'all know, well, some of y'all don't, here on YouTube, I'm a visual. I like to visualize these Bible stories. I like to picture it and bring it to life for me. And I can picture. What, baby? You get towels? Yeah. But I'm in devotion, baby. I can't get up and go find a towel right now, okay? It's around there. Just if you'll go in the kitchen and look right there in the laundry room, it's right on top of that basket. Watch your head, watch your head. Watch your little naughty head. There you go. Look over there by the refrigerator, right where that laundry basket is. That laundry basket right by the refrigerator. Sorry, guys. Sorry. That basket. The basket of clothes. Over there by the refrigerator. Look down, right there. You see that towel? It's brown. Get it. Isn't that what you wanted? Okay, let's get back to our story. Okay, but I like to visualize what I'm reading. Picture how it happened. And this story makes me picture a God. He don't go in sin with us, guys. He don't go in sin. Watch your head. Well, no, that's a shoot thing toy. That's not. Okay, take it. Take it. No, I can't. I'm doing devotion. You can open it. Just pull real hard. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. Just have to pull real hard. There you go. Okay, make sure you shut it back. All right. Love you. All right. Let's get back to this story. Sorry, I apologize. It's real life around here all the time. All the time. But I picture and visualize God that didn't. When I said no, I don't want to go that way. I want to do my own thing. He let me. I went and done my own thing, got myself in a mess. Whew, and I picture when I'm in that mess that I've made of my own, because I just had to have my own way. When I'm in this mess, I picture a God, our God, the only God. When I get so low and I'm down to where I can't, and I come to myself and say, Debbie, what in the world are you doing? What in the world? And I cry out, Lord, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And you cry out in a sincere, honest place of coming to yourself and realizing just what a mess you're in. And here's our God, standing there with arms wide open. Say, welcome home, my child. Welcome home. And he treats us with joy. Joy unspeakable and full of glory. That's what comes to mind. Here, this father fed the fatted calf. And they began to be merry for a boy that was gone and has now returned to the fold. Just like us, when we get in our mind, or sometimes when we maybe don't really make a conscious decision, we've just kind of let ourselves drift. Remember, we did a devotion about that a week or so ago, about drifting away from serving the Lord and from doing the things of the Lord, and before you know it, you're in that mess, just like this boy was, in a mess. But there's God. He didn't go with us into that sin. He won't go with you into sin. But he still loves you through it. And he's watching. He's waiting for when you come to yourself and say, Lord, forgive me. That's just the kind of God we serve, guys. That's our God. He's just always watching and waiting over his children. Now, in this story, it says he was lost and then found, so it's kind of like a story of salvation, but it's also a story of backsliding and coming back. Backsliding and realizing that you were backslidden. And just saying, Lord, forgive me. And he's there waiting with open arms. They're waiting with open arms. So today, our thought is, God is always watching us. He's always welcoming us back. And it only takes one step, guys. If you get yourself in a place like this, and if you're human, if you're human like Debbie, you'll be there probably quite a few times. God is still there waiting. And he's going to run to us with open arms just like this father did. Do you realize in the story that this father had to be watching? He had to be watching because he saw the boy. Can't you just picture him seeing, there's a speck down that road. Oh, it's moving. That's my boy. And going running to him. He had to be watching. Standing there, can't you just picture him standing out there on that front porch, just waiting on his child to come home? Can't you picture God just waiting on us to let us have our own way like we think we just have to? But he's always waiting. He's gonna let us, it's our free will. He's gonna let us do what we do. He'll let us get right on in that mess. He's not going to follow us there. This father didn't follow him into all this stuff, but he was watching for him to come back home. And our God is too. All right? Whew, okay, so let's go and pray and just thank God for being that kind of God. That kind of God that just one step back. I'm sorry, Lord, please forgive me. And boom, you're treated with joy unspeakable. He's right there like nothing ever happened, like you didn't really leave. I just realized they had put a pool noodle up in the ceiling fan. Oh boy, these kids. Anyhow, I love you guys, so let's go and pray, and y'all talk to the Lord. If you're maybe in this position today, maybe you find yourself backsliding and away from the Lord. Maybe the things of God doesn't excite you anymore. One step back, guys. One step back, and he's still right there waiting on us. Okay, let's go and pray. Dear Lord, we come to you this afternoon, and we just thank you, Lord, for all the fathers. This is the day that we celebrate fathers, Lord, and I thank you. And I thank you for this father that you put as an example in the Bible for us on how you love your children and how you treat your children. And I just thank you for being a forgiving God, a welcoming God. I just thank you for loving us. I thank you for all the things that you do for us. And Lord, I just ask today that you'll just help us, Lord, to just be able to just see you, to just see you. And we just thank you for loving us beyond measure. We thank you, Lord, for all the promises that we stand upon daily. I thank you, Lord, for all the families that you've given us, all the friends, all the people that just care about us, everybody. And Lord, I just thank you for an opportunity to just serve you. And I just ask, Lord, that you'll be with the prayer request, that you'll answer each and every one as only you can. And Lord, for the lost ones on our heart today, I just pray, Lord, that they'll see their life and just realize there's something missing. And today may be that day that they grow closer to you. And Lord, I just pray, God, for the retreat, that you'll just touch it, do what only you can. And Lord, I just ask now that you'll just go with us this Sunday afternoon. Lead, guide, and direct us throughout this craziness, crazy world that you've allowed us to live in. We ask all we ask in your precious name and in your will. Amen. All right, guys, let's go and finish out today. Our church doesn't have service tonight, so y'all going to be surprised. I know I haven't been doing much this last week as far as on about, I've got some things to share. I just literally have not had time to even edit them, because the few little bit of spare time I have, one time we went and rode and tried to find some blackberries. Y'all love that. I'll get that shared hopefully tomorrow. And I don't forgot what we did yesterday. I was working. I was out there on the ground working, and Dusty come and got me because they were having trouble cooking what they were cooking. She decided she was going to do a big like Japanese cooking thing for her daddy, and I don't even know why, because her daddy don't like that kind of food. But anyhow, it was funny. But they had the grill out in the weather, out in the open. And if y'all know anything about cooking with gas, when you're out in the open, the fire don't work very well. So it kept blowing out. It wouldn't get really hot. But we finally got everything cooked. And I went and helped them cook, and we ate, and then I come on back home and started working again, because yesterday I told y'all the boys were coming to help me at least get a floor in my bathroom. We didn't get the whole floor done because I've still got to figure out in my mind exactly where my drain line needs to be for before I lost my job at Facebook, and before I didn't have any money. I had a couple of y'all had sent me some money toward the bathroom, and so I had used it to get a tub and some flooring. But the tub I found was a clawfoot tub. I've always wanted one, and so I found one that I could afford, and so I got it, or that y'all could afford for me. But anyhow, I got it. So, but with them, I don't know if y'all know, but with them, there's no leadway, I guess you'd say, for where the drain line has to be, so that when you lower the pipe of the clawfoot tub thing over drain and drain down, it has to fit right in that pipe. So I've got to get that precise. So I do have new flooring down in the rest of the bathroom, other than that one little square back in the back corner where I'm trying to figure all that out. Hopefully by tomorrow I can get that done. I've got to go and get me some connections that'll go in with the faucet that came with the tub. So I've got to take the guy at Home Depot said if I would bring it up there that we might, because there's nothing that I can find on their shelves that would actually exactly work. But he said that we might can put a few things together and make something that'll work. So he's supposed to help me do that tomorrow. So but I'm gonna tell y'all something I did find out. Plumbing stuff is expensive. Woo! Plumbing stuff is expensive. The connectors and the pipes and all that. Whoa, I never realized. Whoa, I never realized it would cost that kind of money to get to re-plumb all that. So I know why plumbers make so much money now. But anyhow, I'm just rambling on, but I'm just telling you why I haven't been on. Matter of fact, I've not done anything the last 3 days, but I done devotion Friday morning. Sonny done it for me yesterday morning, and then I done it this afternoon. But even this afternoon, the boys come home with me from church. Bo come to church with us because of Jeff, and Blue was supposed to be there, but he overslept. But anyhow, they come and help me move around my kitchen because I got this bright idea about moving my cabinets around, because I have, those of you that don't know, I have cabinets that are like furniture. So I just got this bright idea of how I can move them around and have more countertop, I think, space. And we've got it moved, but now I've got to pull one of the cabinets back out this afternoon, and I've got to cut out the back of the cabinet for the sink because it's going to be my sink thing this time. And I've got, guys, I've got this, and I will show you. I didn't show you moving around because it's the same old stuff I've had. We just rearranged it. But I am cutting down a bed front, what do you call them? Headboard. A headboard for a bar top. So that's what I'm in the process of doing, and I will get the camera out and film that part. But and then I'll show you the rest. I did wind up I'm gonna have to make a new countertop for 2 of the cabinets that are pushed together, because the 2 different countertops that were on them, they wouldn't look good put together like it. Y'all will see. It's a lot going on around here. But we've had fun, and I'm tickled that Bo and Blue came and helped, for one, get the flooring up out of the bathroom yesterday, and then they only stayed long enough to get 1 piece of wood put back in the floor, but I got the rest of it done myself yesterday afternoon and last night, and then they came, like I said, after church and helped me move my kitchen around. So I got a lot of work going on here. A lot of work, but hopefully I can in the morning get some of the videos edited and get back putting stuff out, because I know it's not good, but when I got help I have to work and do, because y'all know I don't have help often. So I'm excited, guys. So anyhow, I love you. I'm gonna jump off from here. I just about overslept with my afternoon nap, because when everybody left, it was right around 3 o'clock. And I told Sonny, I said, hey, let's run down to the store, because there's a store about half a mile from us. I said, let's get something to drink real quick and then come on back home, and I'm going to take me a nap before time for devotion. And if the babies, if they come over, Mo and Wilder came over, that's my great-grandchildren, they came over and woke me up, and it was like almost 10 minutes till 5, guys. I go live at 5 doing devotion. But thank goodness I already had my devotion ready, but yeah, I had to do quick and get it all set up, and thank the Lord for babies, right? To wake you up. But anyhow, I'm gonna get back in there in the kitchen and get started. So I love you, and y'all have a good rest of your afternoon, and I hope y'all had a really good, your son-in-law's a plant. Well, I see why they make lots of money now, I'm telling you, because it's expensive, and it's fun to do. I love to do it. Probably not up to code and right, but it's fun to try. But I would hate to be doing it for a living. I sure would. Matter of fact, I'll tell you just a little funny. I'm glad I was already working on stuff because when we moved, the cabinet, y'all, if y'all, those, I know I'm new on YouTube, so y'all don't, the ones on YouTube don't know, but I built my cabinet that was under my sink. I bought one of those old farm sinks that has the two plat drain things and then the two sinks in the middle a while back, and I built me a I built me a stand for it. Another thing I'm glad I'm not getting paid to do, but um, when Bo and Sonny went to move it after we got the sink out off of it, and they went to move it, when Bo he didn't pick it up high enough over the drain line, and he, kind of did like that, and it boom, like, guys, underneath the trailer, it literally came out of the thing, the line. So I'm glad I was planning on changing it around anyway, because now I would have to, because it literally, just that little bit came out. And I told him, I said, well, it couldn't have been put in very well, or it couldn't have just popped out on its own. So, anyhow, that's just funny to me. Things happen, things happen. That's why we have this Driftwood and Shine Daily page. And guys, whenever we can get all this stuff done around here. And Sylvia, which is Sonny's car that we drive around in, we call her Sylvia. That's been her name. We name vehicles around here. But she's decided she's sick, so she's got to go to the car doctor. Jeff and Bo yesterday, in between, Bo helped him in between in here working, and that's probably why we didn't get quite as much done here, but that's okay. They were going to try to fix up whatever her illness is, and they're both mechanics. Of course, they're tractor mechanics, but they couldn't get it fixed, so she's got to go this week to the car doctor. So anyhow, so Sylvia's sick right now. So it's been a fun time, and y'all see when I share our BlackBerry thing all about that. That was fun too. Crazy, but it was fun. But anyhow, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm just rambling. I feel like talking today. Can y'all tell? But anyhow, I love you, and thank you, Miss Diana. I'm sorry, Miss Diana. I'm gonna get back at it, guys. I'm gonna get back at it, and the kids, when they were changing it around, I said I'm gonna get back at it, and then I just start talking again, and that like normal, right? But while they were in there, before we got started really changing things around, because we had to cut one of the cabinets down, the top of it, for my new idea. We had to cut the top quite a bit. Well, they're real cabinets, like real, not kitchen cabinets. They're actual like pieces of furniture, but they're made out of real wood, so they're heavy duty made. And as we were cutting that one down, I don't remember if it was Bo or Blue said, "Mammy, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? In 4 months you're gonna want it changed again." And I said, "Well, I might, but right now this is what I want, and this is what we're doing." So we finally got the top of the cabinet cut. Now I don't have it cut enough yet to actually put the P-trap and all that in. I got to rerun my my pipe. Got to rerun it now because it come loose, but I was going to rerun it anyway and put it in a different place, because where I want my sink right now is a little bit off from where it was, so therefore the drain's got to be moved over, which is what I'll work on first thing tomorrow. It's been raining here today, so I hadn't been outside too much, but I got to move it down and the water lines, but I got to get under the trailer first. And I live in a double wide, guys, for those of you that don't know. I've got to figure out I know, listen. Okay, I'm still rambling. I'm sorry. But the water in trailers, and most of all I've seen, and I've been told now that it's used a lot in houses now too, is PEX tubing, and it does not have a good working relationship. It doesn't like me, and I don't like it. So the water lines are PEX tubing. So I've got to get under the trailer. And you know when you get under a trailer, any of y'all know it has that black plastic stuff and then all your insulation and stuff. So I've got to get up in that tomorrow to see where the water lines come from actually and all that. And then I'm gonna have to buy some more of that expensive stuff. Thank you to those of you that have sent me some money, because believe me, I'm down to almost spending every penny of it just getting the supplies. I hadn't even got the stuff to basically put the bathroom back together, as far as like on the walls and stuff like that. But I found let me tell y'all, I haven't told y'all, I'll show you. I found a toilet. Me and Sonny had stopped. She had went in. I didn't go in. Her and Jeff went in. I sat in the car with the babies one day at this store over in Thomasville, which is a town close to us. It, I guess you'd call it almost a liquidation type store. I'm not really sure. But anyhow, they have a lot of stuff. And they had seen some cheap flooring. And Sonny sent me pictures. And so I found one that I really liked. So the next Saturday, I went by there. We were going to meet for lunch when they picked Dusty up. But I went by there to look at that flooring. Well, of course, it's a liquidation store, so they didn't have that flooring left. But thank the Lord, he let me find some other flooring. And it wasn't quite as cheap, but it was still cheap. Like I got enough to do the whole bathroom for $60. So it's LVP flooring with the backing on it. But I was on my way out of the store and I passed by the toilets and they were half price. So I got a $160 toilet for $80, a brand new toilet. So I bought it, and it's a one-piece toilet, guys. It is so cute. But when I got it home, and I put it on my front porch, I got the boys, so I didn't put it on my front porch because I can't pick toilets up. But I don't forgot who put it on. I want to say Jesse put it on there for me. But anyway, somebody put it on my front porch, and I looked at it and I told Sonny, I said, I think I've got me a little kid's toilet, because it looks like a little kid's toilet. And that's sitting on my front porch because it's so much shorter and all than my real one. Than my real one, not my real one. Like this one, that one ain't real. But anyhow, it's so much smaller looking. And I told Sonny, I said, I think I have messed up. I don't have much money, and here I am wasting $80 of it on my kid toilet. And then the other day, now I did move my toilet out, because we had taken it out and it kept sitting in the hallway in my way. So I put a towel under it and drug it out the other day onto my front porch. So I've got two toilets sitting on my front porch right now. But it's literally just the same, like the seat part of it is the same as my old toilet. So apparently it's not a kid's toilet. It just has a kid toilet look. So maybe I've got a real toilet, guys. But anyhow, there's a lot going on around here. And so I haven't been on in 3 days. I really have not. And I haven't, like I said, taken time to edit the little few. I have made a few videos, but I haven't taken the time to edit them. So I got to get them edited, but I've got so much around here. Now I do have one working bathroom. Now I don't have a working kitchen or a working second bathroom. Now, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll get that kitchen will be working by tomorrow afternoon. If I didn't have to get under the trailer, it probably would be working today, but it's getting late and I'm not going to climb under there right now. But I am fixing to go in there and pull that cabinet out so I can figure out what I've got to cut out in order to have room for my P-trap and stuff. And then after I cut it out, it's drawers. So after I cut them out, guys, then I've got to figure out in my brain how I can, kind of put me like some more wood in there so that I can still be able to use my drawers, just have a little cutout spot in them. So There's a lot going on. With Debbie, there's always something going on, but I'm gonna tell I'm gonna just share, I'm gonna share with y'all a little secret. I'm gonna share with y'all a secret. Y'all know that my mom passed away with complications of dementia. My dad died with vascular dementia. Now, he did die with the vascular dementia. Well, it wouldn't be because you don't die of that, but it caused his brain, the blood vessels and all, to shrink. And it was just a horrible time. But anyhow, and then also now my sister has early onset of dementia. My mom, Aunt Geneva, and Aunt Mary both died from complications of dementia. And I know that everybody thinks that it's hereditary. And it can be. But when I went to the doctor, because I went to the specialist with my sister, and when he told her, I asked him, because I was sitting there, I got to go back. Me and Kay and Mark went back, and I asked him, I said, well, let me just ask you this. I said, my mom died from complications of dementia because they get where they won't eat and stuff, so, their body can't sustain itself. But, and I said, and she had two sisters that did, and now, Kay was sitting there, and I said, Kay's starting to have a little memory stuff, and he said, well, I just want to tell you. He said, for one, when you get older, it's just a proven fact that your memory is a little not as crisp as it was. He said, you may walk into a room and forget what you even walked in there for. He said, but that don't mean that you've got dementia. He said, but with all the studies that's been done, dementia is not a hereditary disease. And the only reason it winds up looking like a hereditary disease because dementia is the lack of fat cells in your brain, or dementia and Alzheimer's, they work kind of together. And that comes from your diet and your lifestyle. He said normally the reason genetics looks like it's the biggest factor is because normally you form the same eating habits and lifestyle as your parents. They form the same kind as their parents. And so you grow up and it looks hereditary because you're kind of basically doing the same thing that they did. But he said that dementia and Alzheimer's is caused from lack of stuff that you need to eat, and this, that, and the other, and lifestyle of state. He said people as you get older tend to not be as busy, tend to kind of sit around more, tend to do all that kind of stuff. He said, and that's not what your brain needs. Your brain still needs to be fed with electricity, with emotions, with getting up, doing, moving, whatever. He said, your body, it needs all that. He said, so it's been proven it's not necessarily, it's not hereditary. That's not your main thing. It's lifestyle and eating is some of the main things that controls that. He said, so and this is what he told me. He said, my suggestion to you and your sister, stay busy, stay doing something, keep your mind occupied, keep it busy. And that's what I do, guys. That's why, well, that's not only why I do it, because y'all know that have been around any. I know on YouTube, y'all don't know yet, but y'all see, I've always got something going. I'm always doing something. There's something going on. I've always been like that my whole life. But I do it with intention now. I live intentional busy because I want to keep my brain busy. I want to keep my body busy. I don't want to give in to that. Let me show you what else I got. I've been going to talk to y'all about this, but I haven't yet because I just ain't had the time to stop for that. But I've got this. This talks about eating and this, that, and the other in here. Gives you ideas on food and whatever. This was a book suggested, and I don't know if any of y'all know Miss Barbara O'Neill. She's not really sure what you call her, but she has this way of eating and living clean and doing certain things and using castor oil. She's who got us to using castor oil. And I want to show y'all this. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I have a whole eyebrow now. I used to didn't have any eyebrow from right there. And it's growing back because I keep my castor oil on there. And that's what she said to do. said it would work. But I just stay busy, guys, so that I can keep my brain busy, keep myself busy, and I have tried to, make a few changes. I need, from reading the book, I need to eat fish a lot more. So y'all eat fish. Fish is really good for your body. And yeah, that's why I stay busy too. I love to stay busy, and now I do it intentionally because I want to keep my brain busy. I want to keep myself occupied. I don't want to have time to just sit around. Y'all learn here on YouTube, but I'll take me an afternoon nap. I'm an afternoon napper. I like my afternoon naps, and that's other than that. From the time I get up to the time I lay down, I'm busy. I'm doing something. Something's gonna be going on. So anyhow, I'm just talking, ain't I? I'm just running off at the mouth today. Golly, I have run off at the mouth today. But I hope everybody's enjoyed devotion. But anyhow, I love you guys. I'm going to get off from here because I do have lots to do. I'm looking at my kitchen. That's kind of all torn apart right now. But it's not clean work. So y'all remember that when I do share the videos. It's not clean work. When you do something like this, you make a mess and you have a lot to clean up. But guess what? That's just more to keep me busy. More to keep me busy. So I love you. And Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. All right? Bye, guys.